Hi, everyone. If we look at the countries that perform best in mathematics, such as Singapore, we notice that their success is not accidental. Their education system follow very sound teaching principles. Today, I'd like to talk about one of these principles, teaching mathematics through three stages: concrete, pictorial, and abstract. This means that children should learn new mathematical concepts step by step, first through hands-on experience, then through drawing, and finally through numbers and symbols. So, we always begin with a concrete stage. At this stage, children work with real objects, things they can touch and move. You can use everyday items such as pebbles, buttons, Legos, crayons, fruits, flowers, really anything you have at home or in the classroom. For example, this is Anna and this is Bob. Anna is holding 8 crayons and Bob is holding 5 crayons, so 8 and 5. Now we can ask some simple but powerful maths question. We might ask Bob, how many crayons do you need to give Anna so that she has 10? Anna already has 8. So Bob will quickly realize that he needs to give her 2 crayons to make a 10. At the same time, we can ask another question. Bob, you had 5 crayons. You gave 2 to Anna. How many do you have left? Bob can simply count and see that he has 3 crayons left. So in one simple situation, we practiced addition, subtraction in a way that makes sense to the child. And there are so many variations you can explore like this before moving on. After the concrete stage, we move on to the pictorial stage or learning through drawing. At first, children can simply draw lines. And if that feels boring, they can draw flowers. They can draw hearts or they can draw stars, whatever makes math fun. The important thing is that math stays the same. For example, we can draw 8 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we can draw 2 more. Here's 1 and 2. If we join them together, how many do we have? And the kid can simply count. Here we have 8, 9, 10. We have 10. Another thing we can do with lines or flowers or hearts, whatever the kid wants, is we can draw 5 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we can cross out 3. How many are left? And the kid can simply count 1, 2. This also leads beautifully into understanding the decimal system. We can draw 10 lines like here, and then we circle it and we call it a 10. Then we can draw 10 tens, circle them and call it 100. In this way, children are visually introduced to our base 10 system in a very natural and meaningful way. And finally, we move to the abstract stage. At this point, children no longer need objects or drawings. They can work with numbers and symbols because they remember what those numbers mean. And some great questions to discuss with children at this stage are, why do we collect things in tens? The answer being simple, because it makes counting easier. We have a beautiful decimal system. And another question could be, how many times bigger is 10 than 1? And another one, how many tens are there in 100? Because these ideas were first experienced visually and concretely, children usually understand them very well. So this is a brief introduction to a very powerful teaching principle in mathematics. We start with the concrete, move to the pictorial, and finally reach the abstract. Thank you so much for listening and happy learning.